The Toyota MR2 Spyder, a mid-engine rear-wheel drive sports car that people either love or love to hate. But does it really deserve the criticism? Spoiler alert. No, in fact, it might just be one of the most underrated sports cars Toyota has ever made. So let's take a deep dive into why the MR2 Spyder doesn't suck. First things first, what is the MR2 Spyder? It's the third and final generation of Toyota's MR2 lineup, known as the W30, and sold between 2000 and 2007. But the MR2 itself has a much longer history, going all the way back to the 1980s. The original MR2, the AW11, was a small, lightweight wedge-shaped sports car with a mid-engine layout inspired by much more expensive cars like Ferraris and Lotus. Then came the SW20, the second generation, which was bigger, faster, and even more exotic looking. Some even called it a baby Ferrari because of its resemblance to the 348. And then, Toyota went in a different direction. The W30MR, 2 Spyder, or MRS in Japan, went back to its roots, a lightweight, simple roadster designed purely for driving fun. Think of it as Toyota's answer to the Mazda Miata. But unlike the Miata, which had a traditional front-engine rear-wheel drive setup, the MR2 Spyder had something special, a mid-engine layout, just like high-end supercars. So why is mid-engine so special? Well, putting the engine behind the driver and in front of the rear wheels creates nearly perfect weight distribution. But there's a catch. If you don't know what you're doing, mid-engine cars can be tricky. Enter snap oversteer. This is when you push the car too hard, and suddenly the rear end wants to switch places with the front. For inexperienced drivers, this can be a nightmare. But for those who love a challenge, it makes the MR2 Spyder an absolute blast to drive. With the right tires and a little skill, it's one of the most rewarding driving experiences you can get for the money. Alright, let's talk power. The MR2 Spyder comes with Toyota's 1.8-liter 1ZZ FE engine, making 138 horsepower and 125 pound-feet of torque. Yeah, it's not exactly a rocket ship. A lot of people complain that the MR2 Spyder is underpowered. And if you're looking for big horsepower, this isn't the car for you. But here's the thing, this car weighs only 2,195 pounds, or about 995 kilograms. That's lighter than a Miata and about 1,000 pounds lighter than most modern cars. And because of that, it doesn't need crazy power to be fun. It's all about balance, precision, and feeling every input you make. You don't have to be going 100 miles per hour to have fun in an MR2 Spyder. A twisty back road, some smooth shifting, and that mid-engine balance make it feel fast even when you're not breaking any speed limits. Now let's be real. The MR2 Spyder has some quirks. First up, storage space, or rather, the lack of it. Unlike most roadsters, which at least have a small trunk, the MR2 Spyder has nothing. The mid-engine layout means no rear trunk, and the front trunk is mostly taken up by the spare tire and battery. So if you're thinking of using this as a road trip car, you better learn how to pack light. Then there's the transmission. Toyota, for some reason, thought it would be a great idea to offer this car with a 5-speed sequential manual transmission, or SMT. And let's just say, it's not great. Unlike modern dual-clutch automatics, this thing is slow, jerky, and frustrating to use. If you're looking at buying an MR2 Spyder, do yourself a favor and get the standard 5-speed manual. It's way more engaging and makes the car feel alive. Now let's talk about the best part, the price. Unlike the Miata, which has been climbing in value over the years, the MR2 Spyder has remained one of the most affordable mid-engine sports cars you can buy. Right now, you can find well-maintained examples for under $10,000, and even lower if you're willing to put in some work. Think about it. How many mid-engine, rear-wheel drive sports cars can you get for that price? Not many. Plus, it's a Toyota, which means it's reliable, easy to maintain, and has tons of aftermarket support. You can swap in a more powerful engine like the 2ZZ from the Celica GTS, upgrade the suspension, and turn this into an absolute track weapon without breaking the bank. At the end of the day, the MR2 Spyder is an absolute blast to drive. Yes, it has its quirks. Yes, it's not the fastest thing on the road. And yes, you might struggle to fit a weekend's worth of groceries in it. But if you're looking for a lightweight, mid-engine sports car that delivers pure driving fun for an affordable price, the Mr2 Spyder is one of the best-kept secrets in the car world. So, what do you think? Would you take an Mr2 Spyder over a Miata? Or do you think Toyota should bring back the Mr2 for a new generation? Let me know in the comments. And don't forget to like and subscribe for more awesome car content.